Okay, for example, when you go the report submitted to the court, the first thing the court they will ask, who's the inspector who produced this report, whether this inspector they are qualified or not. If the inspector who performed the inspection or the report or prepared the report is not qualified, basically this report might be taken up, because I remember when I testified in court, so the first question I've been asked by the lawyer, engaged by the developer, they asked me, Joshua, are you the qualified inspector now? What is your qualification? Because if I'm not qualified, the first thing they will do is they will withdraw my report as the evidence. That's why I say the report itself is very important. Earlier I did mention, in the market now has been flooded with too many home inspector. What I mean is this home inspector is not professional home inspector. So that's why I say it's very important now for all the home buyers or investor. If you're thinking to invest in the property or you already purchased the property, before you perform the inspection, you engage the building inspector. Make sure you get a licensed professional building inspector to help you to perform the inspection. Because only with that kind of professional report, your right will be protected. If anything's happened, for example, anything's happened, if the case been brought to the tribunal, to the court, you will be protected with the professional report. So this is something that I hope that all the buyers or investor, you can take note on this. Not everyone is a home inspector. Not everyone is qualified, but get the right people for you to help you, to protect you.
In other words, if you got the wrong report, wrong person to do this inspection for you, those people who are not qualified, and you go to the court, you may have to hire another person to do the entire thing over again, and you probably have to spend more money. Okay, we have got a few questions on the floor. And so another one is from Glee. He says, Sifu, during COVID period, can we request developer for extension of 2 years defect liability period after CCC due to RMCO? Wow. Okay, Joshua, what do you think about this?
I also have received this question from a client because they told me that, Joshua, I cannot go and take possession of a unit, or they took the key already, but they cannot inspect, for example. Can they ask for extension or not? I would say yes, you can try. Because based on my experience for my response, for my client, some of them, they managed to get the extension from the developer. That means some of the developer, they actually extended the defect period for them. But if you're talking about extend for 2 years, it might be too long. So it's not 1 or 2 months might be possible. If you ask the developer to extend for 2 more years, you might need to justify. Is it that totally you cannot go and take possession of unit?
Oh no, I think it's what
he's try. Some of the developer.
I think what he said is because now defect liability period is normally 1.5 year, right? 18 months period. So to extend to 2 years, that means
24 months. For residential, 24 months.
Sorry?
24 months.
24 months, yes.
For a residential project is,
24 months. So yeah, extension of 2 years. Okay. I think so, yeah. So that means this one is a bit too much lah. Extend a few more months is still considered okay lah, reasonable. For example, because
Correct. For example, now we have this MCO right in KL, for example, EMCO, we have 2 months, we cannot back to work, we cannot go and take possession of the unit, then we can write to the developer to ask him to extend 2 more months for us. For example, if we lock down here is only for 2 months, we can ask for it, extension for 2 months. For if 3 months, then we can try to ask them to extend 3 months first. I think if the developer, they are the reliable one, I think they have no worry because they are confident with their job and etc. They will still grant the permission to the home buyers. But against the purchaser, the buyer, we need to take our initiative. We need to write to them. If you don't ask, they will not give.
So at least you try.
Okay, so at least we got chance to get the extension.
So Glee, Surveyor Joshua encouraged you to try to talk to your developer. Maybe you write in a formal letter and ask for an extension. So another question from Simon again. If one property too many defects, how to repair? If the defect is related with our property safety, how to resolve?
Okay, if the building is related with the safety, I think this is the major concern already. For example, if you found that the building itself got settlement issue or the crack itself is affected the safety of the building, I think this is the life issue. This is something that is very serious that we need to ask the developer, and not only the developer but the consultant. They have to look at that issue to get it resolved. For example, if they found that the building is not safe to be occupied, even the architect, they are not supposed to issue the CCC,
correct.
to release the unit to us if the building is not safe. Yeah, so this is something that if talking about the safety, we need to definitely highlight to them to take the immediate action on this. If that building, for the other question they asked about the building, if the building there are too many defects, okay, so too many defects, I think is our right to carry out the inspection. This is why building surveyor, the building inspector, we are here to help you to carry out those defects for you. That's why I always tell my client, being a building surveyor or building inspector is always not an easy job. For us to perform an inspection, sometimes it will take us about a day, whole day in your unit to put sticker, to take photo, to record down where's the location of the defect. We will itemize it, every item, every defects. That's why, based on my experience, for a typical 1,000 square feet, for example, condominium, so the minimum defect that we can capture at least normally, at least 100, I would say, based on average quality, at least 100. But I also, some cases, we are managed to capture until 500, more than 500 also have. So if the building condition is so bad, there's so many defects, then I would say you don't need to worry. We are here to help you, because this is our role as a building surveyor, to help you to capture all these defects for you.
Thank you so much, Joshua. So after knowing what you do in the building surveyor industry and also building inspection, so I actually wonder how much do you charge? I think a lot of people that is watching right now, they are also very curious. Wow, this one help you to bao from getting the key and then go and do all these sticker things and then go and help you, and then usually got 100 over liability defect, and then give you a e-report some more with the picture and whatnot, sui picture. Actually, how much do you charge? So scary no? Will you charge arm and leg or not?
Our fee, I think, is okay. Let me explain to you first. First of all, I think normally if we charge for one-off type of inspection, okay, give you some idea. For example, 1,000 square feet in KL, in Klang Valley, 1,000 square feet. Our charges around 700 like that. Okay, normally 1,000 square feet, 700. That means we will go there, we will do the inspection for you, put sticker, take photo, and then produce the professional report for you. Okay, this is only one off. But also, as I mentioned, we do have the follow-up package, meaning that we help you to take possession of the unit, to help you to collect the key from the developer, do the inspection, submit the report to the developer, and then follow up. Meaning that after the developer, they have rectified the defects, we follow up for you with the re-inspection. So with that kind of package, for example, based on 1,000 square feet, our fee, our package normally is less than 2K. Less than 2K, then we will help you to carry out the entire process. Remember, when they talk about the follow-up inspection, it might not one time, because based on my experience, when we do the inspection, for example, we capture 100 defects. When we presented to the developer, sometimes they only rectified 70. They still have a balance of 30 defects they have not rectified. So that's why we need to follow up, to check, to make sure the balance 30 defects, they are fully repaired and rectified. But remember, when the contractor they go in to touch up on this 30 defect, sometimes they might create some new defect. When this worker, they go in, they bring the ladder, they might go and scratch, bang on your door, and then create more defects. That's why normally when we perform the follow-up inspection, we are basically help you to do a fresh inspection one more time to make sure there's no other new defect they be captured, created by the contractor. So we will make sure we'll follow up through for you for 3 months. I'm not with the package that we offer. That means within the 3 months, we will carry out unlimited follow-up inspection for you to make sure that all the issues are resolved. So as mentioned, for 1,000 square feet in Klang Valley, for this whole package will be less than 2K. So we will help you to 报价了 for this inspection plus all the follow-up inspection.
It's actually, you know what, when you talk about after they come and do, or during when they come and do all this inspection, the defect, right, and they will create
Repair.
more defect, right, I'm thinking, wow, this one is no ending, man. So actually, you know, doing defect is the thing that I hate the most, because sometimes if the contractor, you know, if the defect is so minor, they come in and gao tim everything. But when, you know, sometimes when they come in and then they create more defect, right, it's the never ending, and then you keep on following up with them. If the developer is terrible, which I've met before, if the developer is so terrible, they won't even lion you, you know. And then they will dilly-dally and then they lose your key. It happened to me before also, but it's not me lah. Luckily that one, that is not my unit, you know. If that one is my unit, I already go haywire with the developer already. But so 700 ringgit per 1,000 square feet, I don't think is very expensive. What do you guys think? Do you think it's expensive? If you think it's expensive, give me a 1. If you think, wow, it's not expensive at all, give me a 0. What do you guys think?